Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We're back with another tutorial. This one is a long awaited tutorial. A lot of people on my TikTok channel, Cool Like Winter, have been asking me since I made my first waffle stitch bucket hat to do this tutorial. So I finally got around to doing it. We're here. Let's get right into it. Ooh, let's have a quick moment for nail appreciation. Yeah, these nails are so bomb. But anyway, I digress. Okay, let's go back to it. So, for the waffle hat, I'm going to insert some pictures of the first one that I made that matched is the vest, the waffle stitch vest. If you guys would like a tutorial for that, please let me know in the comments and I will make a tutorial for the matching waffle stitch vest. This hat is done in 3 steps. So we're going to start off with the brim, then the middle part of the hat, and then the top of the hat, top of the head. So 3 sections, really easy, really simple. I'm going to be using a 4.5 millimeter hook. You're going to need some scissors, some stitch markers so we don't forget those stitches at the beginning and ends, because we're going to be doing some increasing and decreasing, so we want to make sure we don't forget that. If you are a professional, you don't need these, then screw it. Then you're going to also need some weight for acrylic yarn. I'm using this Heather Big Twist in the color denim. It's really pretty. I thought it would be really cool for a bucket hat, so let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the first part, which is the brim. Let's get right into it. I also wanted to quickly let you guys know that this video tutorial is inspired by Dana B's YouTube tutorial. The chains that I do on some sections will be a little bit different, but it is inspired by her original waffle stitch bucket hat tutorial. If you guys want to check that out, feel free. She has some amazing videos and tutorials there. But just wanted to give that little disclaimer and always give credit where the inspiration is pulled from. So shout out to Dana B. Back to the video. Okay, we're going to start off with a slip knot and a chain 14. Once we have 14 chains, we're going to go right ahead and into that first chain, we're going to do a double crochet right into that very first chain. Like that. After we double crochet into the very first chain, you're going to double crochet into every chain to the end. So we started off with 14 chains. We should have 14 double crochets. I'm going to go ahead and grab a stitch marker just so that when I chain 1 and flip to go back the other way, I don't miss this last stitch, because these colors in this can be a little bit tricky. I probably should have used a lighter yarn, but y'all get it. Finished my 14 double crochets in every chain. Then we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and in every beginning row you're going to chain 1 and turn for every row. So after our chain 1 and turn, you're going to double crochet into that first chain. Let's get our stitch marker. Mark that first chain. Okay. Then we're going to double crochet into the next chain. And then this is where we're going to start the waffle stitch pattern. So we're going to double crochet into the back post. Okay, so we do that. Okay, and then in the next two, we're going to do regular double crochets, 2 regular double crochets. 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet into the back post. Okay. Then 2 regular double crochets. And then a back post double crochet. Kind of take your time to make sure you're not missing any stitches. The next 2 should be regular double crochets. And then 1 back post double crochet. And then there should be 2 more double crochets, 2 regular, the last ones. That's why I wanted to use the stitch marker so we don't forget, because sometimes you can't see that last stitch. Then it'll look like something like this. It's kind of like pushed forward. It's going to be the beginning of the waffle stitch pattern. All right, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, double crochet into the first chain, place our stitch marker, this one's going to be a back post double crochet. The next one is a regular double crochet. The next 2 are back post double crochet. The next one is a regular double crochet. The next 2 are back post double crochet. One regular double crochet. 2 back post double crochet. One regular double crochet. And now normally these would be 2 back post double crochet, but we're just going to do 1 back post double crochet, and to keep the ends and the beginning of our row clean, we're just going to do a regular double crochet into that last chain instead of doing it into the back post, just so it's cleaner. Okay, you should still have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then we're going to chain 1, turn our work, Into that very first chain, always put a regular double crochet. Like this. Place our stitch marker. Then it looks like the next one is a regular double crochet. The next one is a back post double crochet. Then 2 regular double crochet. Then a back post double crochet. Then 2 regular double crochet. Then 1 back post double crochet. Then 2 regular double crochet. Then 1 back post double crochet. Okay, then we have 2 more, which one is a regular double crochet. And then normally this one looks like a back post, but since it's the last one, we're not going to put it into the back post. We're just going to make it a regular double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And you see now it's forming the waffle. So each waffle square is 2 rows. So this is 4 rows we just did. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, beginning with a double crochet always in the first chain and the last, so we can keep the ends clean. And we're going to continue this for 66 rows. Let's do one more together. Chain 1, turn, always double crochet into the first chain, place our stitch marker, okay, and the next one looks like a front post double crochet. Next one is a regular double crochet, and then the next 2 are a back post double crochet. And basically what we're doing is we're going to continue to alternate the pattern because we're flipping it from front to back. This is a back post, then 1 regular, then 2 back posts, 1, 2, then 1 regular, then 2 back posts, okay, then 1 regular, and then there's 2 more. One is a back post, and the next one would be a back post too, but because it's the end, we're just going to do a regular crochet into the top of that one. And that is the pattern that we're going to continue to do until we have 66 rows. And I will meet you back when we complete all 66 rows. I wanted to come real quick and show you guys, because I know it could get a little bit confusing with the patterns and the alternating of the pattern when you flip it. So to make it a little bit more understandable, there's two sides. I want to call it the wrong side and the right side. This is the wrong side because you can't really, it doesn't really look like a waffle, does it? But when you turn it around this way, now you can see the squares and it looks like an Eggo waffle, right? So this is the good side or the right side, and this is the wrong side or the bad side. So just to go over, when you're on the right side, the pattern should be chain one, turn, a double crochet, a regular double crochet, always in the beginning and the end of every round. Be smooth, thank you. Put our stitch marker, because we don't want to forget that when we turn around again. And so on our good side, after our first double crochet, which should be a regular one, you'll see the pattern. So it looks like this is indented in, it's in the square, so that would be a regular double crochet, and then there's one sticking up, which is the back post double crochet, and then there's two regular and then a back post. So when you're on the right side of our waffle, you will be doing the pattern of a regular double crochet, one back post double crochet, two of the regular double crochets, and then it's one back post double crochet, then two regular right here at the front, the regular top chain. You're going to do two regular double crochets because we're on the right side of our pattern, and then one front post double crochet. Almost done. Two regular double crochets, one back post double crochet. Then our last two stitches would look like it would be a regular double crochet because it's indented, and then our last stitch would be a back post double crochet, but because it's the last one, we're just going to make it regular. So these two last stitches are going to be regular double crochets. Okay, so this way you can kind of, we're going to just put a regular one right here. This way, if you get confused, you can just go back to this section for our right side of the pattern. Looks like that. And now we're going to chain one, turn. And all right, now that we chained one and turned for the wrong side of our pattern, we double crochet into that very first chain of every row. And now we're going to do a back post double crochet. And for the invert of the pattern is now going to be one regular double crochet, and now it's two back post double crochet on the wrong side. Right. Let's do that again. So now the pattern is one regular double crochet, and then two back post double crochet. One regular double crochet, two back post double crochet, one regular double crochet, one back post double crochet, and our very last stitch is just a regular double crochet. And now you have that. So when we chain one, turn, we're going to be on the right side of our pattern. and you'll just do the invert. I'll continue that for all of our rows, and I will meet you back when we're done. I've finished all 66 rows, so we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33 squares in total for your 66 rows. Now, this is the strip for our brim, and we want it to be more circular, like this. And in order to do that, we're going to need to do some decreases so that it'll start to bend into a brim. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a line across here with a single crochet. And for after every 5 squares, we're going to decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to do single crochets across those 5. And then these 2 squares, we're going to do decreases. So a decrease for this square, a decrease for this square. Then we're going to single crochet across another 5, and then 2 more decreases. Single crochet across another 5, 2 more decreases, and then single crochet another 5. So let's start that. There isn't an exact space to do your single crochets. So what I'm going to do is for every square, we're going to put 2 single crochets. So this is 1 square, so we'll do 1 single crochet. I like to put a stitch marker. Just so I know where that is. You don't have to. It's just a preference. Then we're going to do another single crochet. Okay. Then another single crochet. Another single crochet. You know, just fill it out. And then 2 here. And 2 here. Okay, and then 2 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 boxes. So in these 2 boxes, we're going to decrease. So we're going to pull up a loop, pull up a loop, decrease. Then we're going to do it again because we're going to do it 2 times. Pull up a loop, pull up a loop, decrease. Okay, so those are 2 decreases first. Then we're going to continue doing 5 more squares. Continue along. Single crochet. Single crochet. We're going to do this for 5 more squares, putting 2 in each square. That's our second square. Third square. Fourth square. Fifth square, and then we're going to do another decrease. So we're just going to pull up these loops, decrease. Do it one more time. Decrease. So now we have 2 decreases and it's starting to curve like how we want it. So we're going to do another 5 squares. So 1, 2. That's 1 square. 1, 2, that's 2 squares. 1, 2, that's 3 squares. 1, 2, that's 4 squares. 1, 2, 5 squares. And now we're going to do our decrease and then a decrease. Okay, that's 3. Then we're going to do 5 more boxes. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2 boxes. 1, 2, that's 3 boxes. 1, 2, that's 4 boxes. 1, 2, that's 5 boxes, and we're going to do our decrease. It's 1, 2. There we go. See how round that's getting now? Now we're going to do 5 more boxes. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 3. I mean, that's 2, sorry. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. 5. And let's do the last decrease. This one. Decrease. There we go. So that's our last decrease. So now we're just going to finish with our single crochet. So 1, 2. That's 1 box. 1, 2, that's 2 box. 1, 2, 3 boxes. 4 boxes. 5 boxes. And there we have it. Now we have our smile. Is what it looks like. And now we're going to flip it to the wrong side, just like this, and working inside out because the right side is in the inside. We're going to single crochet these 2 together. So you should have 14 single crochet. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's remove our stitch marker for our last one. 14. There we go. Now we can fasten off and cut because we have our brim now. Okay. I turned it back to the right side so you can see how it looks. This is going to be our brim. Now we're going to sit this to the side and we're going to start on the middle section. The middle section is going to be done very similar. The only difference is we're not going to do the decreases to make it round at the end. And we're going to have a longer chain than how we did the brim. So let's get started on that. You can go ahead and weave in your ends like I did and set this to the side. Start off with a slip knot and we're going to chain 20. Okay. We have our 20 stitches. And now just like the brim, we're going to go into the very first chain with a double crochet. Let's place a stitch marker. The first one is always so tricky right there because it's like the beginning of a row. Okay, and then we're going to double crochet all the way to the end, and I'll meet you back when we have 20 double crochet. Okay, I've completed my 20 double crochet. We're going to chain 1, turn our work. Just like the brim, we're going to double crochet into the first and last of every row. Okay, let's place our stitch marker. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a regular double crochet. And now we're going to jump right into our waffle pattern with a back post double crochet. Okay. Then the next one is going to be 2 regular double crochet. And then a back post double crochet. And this is going to be the pattern all the way to the end, ending and always ending with a regular half double crochet. My last 2 stitches, which I just did a regular double crochet, and now the last stitch will always be a regular double crochet as well. Then we're just going to continue, just like the brim, chain 1, turn, a double crochet always into the first chain. Place our stitch marker. Then the next one will be a back post double crochet. And then the next one will be a regular double crochet. Then it looks like these 2 will be 2 back post double crochet. And the next one is a regular double crochet. And just like the brim, we're just going to continue this pattern, alternating from back to front. And we're going to do this for a total of 51 rows, 5-1. So I'm going to continue that, and then when I get closer to the 51 rows, I'll come back. All right, I'm down to my last row, which is going to be row 51. Chain 1, turn. And our last row should be on the wrong side. All 51 rows. This is how it looks. Now we're going to do the same thing like the brim, and we're going to single crochet these together. This will be the middle of our hat, and we're going to simply just single crochet across the top of this, and you should have 20 single crochet to connect these together. We're just single crocheting across. I went ahead and finished single crocheting this piece together. This is the inside, and when you flip it to the right side, this is how it looks on the other side. And now I weaved in my ends also from the other side, so everything is all clean and neat. Now we're going to grab our first brim, the first section, and we're going to turn both pieces inside out, back to the inside out. And so now we're going to, it doesn't matter which side you choose as the top or bottom, but what you do want to do is connect the squares together to the best of your ability and the seams that you connected both. So these are my two seams right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stitch markers throughout, and then we're going to connect it with a single crochet. Okay, now that I have my stitch markers kind of where I want to single crochet around, just so that the seams kind of stay as lined up as much as possible. And now I'm going to just start from the back seam, and we're just going to single crochet all the way around, and I'll do that and meet you back when we're done. So I attached my string right at the seam, tied it on, and now I'm just going to pull up a loop and start single crocheting around. I finished making all my single crochet around inside out. Now I'm going to tie these two strings together just to make sure the hat is very secure, and then I'm going to weave in these ends to make that neat. And when you flip it to the right side, that's our seam, and then this would be like the front of the hat. Now that we have this part, we can set it to the side, and we're gonna work on the top and the last section of our hat. For the last part of the hat, the top of the head, we're going to chain 15. 15. We're going to double crochet into that very first chain. Place the stitch marker. And now, just like the other sections, we're going to double crochet in every chain to the end, and we should have a total of 15 double crochet. The other two sections, we're going to chain 1, turn. Now, for this pattern, it's just going to be a little bit different because we're going to increase in every first and last chain. And what we're trying to do is we want to start to make this a little bit round halfway, and then halfway in we'll decrease so that it can be round-ish, because it's not gonna be a perfect circle, but when we sew it onto the top of our hat, it will become rounded, and you'll see it'll make a lot of sense. It'll become rounded and shaped to the top of the head when we connect it to the middle part and brim of our hat. So this is where we're going to increase. It's going to make kind of like a hexagon, kind of like a stop sign, but not really. And that's what we're going to form. So beginning on round 2, we're going to start a increase in the first chain and an increase in the last chain. And we're still going to work these into a waffle stitch pattern, and I'll show you how to do that. So after we chain 1 turn, we're going to increase in this very first stitch. Let's get our stitch marker. And then we're going to put another double crochet into that same space. Okay. And now we're going to do a back post double crochet because we want to start working that waffle stitch pattern. And then we're going to do 2 regular double crochet. And then 1 back post double crochet. And we're going to do 2 regular double crochet. And 1 back post double crochet. 2 regular double crochet. 1, 2, and 1 back post double crochet. 1 right here. Okay, now we're going to do 2 regular double crochet. And then we have 2 more left. We're going to do 1 back post And now into this last one, we're going to increase and put 2 double crochet. One, 2. Okay, that's our first increase. Now we're going to chain 1, turn. We're going to increase into this very first chain. So 1. Just make sure we put our stitch marker. And then another one for our increase. I'm going to increase on every row. And then the next one will be a regular double crochet. And now 2 back post double crochet. We're going to continue working the waffle stitch pattern. And on the very last one, we're going to put an increase. Our 2 double crochet for the increase in that last stitch. So 1, 2. Okay, chain 1, turn. Then we're going to increase in the first one. And then in this last one, we're going to do our increase. 1, 2. Okay. Now I'm going to continue this for 2 more boxes. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do 4 more rows, and we're going to keep increasing on the first and last. Finished all 8 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 rows. And you can see the pattern that it kind of creates this half of like a hexagon. And so now we want to make the opposite of it. So going this way, so we're going to start to do the same pattern, but we're just going to decrease so we can mirror this and make that section, and that'll kind of be the shape for the top of your head, and then we'll sew it on. So to start the decreases, you're going to chain 1, turn. In the first and last chain, you're always going to put 1 regular double crochet. The decreasing will be done in the second chain and the second to last chain. So that's the chains that we will do the decreasing on. We don't want to do it on the first and last because we want to keep the ends of our work neat. And if we decrease in the first and last, it'll start to make the ends look a little wonky, and we don't want that. We want it to stay neat. So we're going to double crochet, a regular double crochet into the first one, the first chain. Just like this. We're going to put our stitch marker. Okay. Now this is where we're going to start to decrease. And we're going to kind of work it into the waffle stitch as well. So if we look at the pattern, this is back post double crochet, then there's 1 regular, and then there looks like there's like 4 back post double crochet right here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start our decrease. We're going to make 1 regular, loop, and then this will be a back post. So we're going to finish our decrease with a back post. that'll be our decrease. Then the next one is another back post. There we go. And then we're just going to continue regularly with a regular double crochet. Then we're going to do 2 back posts. And we're just going to continue the pattern until we get to the 3rd and last stitch. And that's where we'll do our decrease, and I'll show you when we get there. My last 3 stitches, which if you look at the pattern, it looks like there would be a regular double crochet and then 2 back post double crochet, but we want to do a decrease. So I'm going to do start the decrease by starting it a regular double crochet, how you would start it. And then I'm going to finish it as a back post. So this way, we work that into the pattern. So that's our decrease, and then our very last stitch will just be a regular double crochet. Okay, and that's going to be the pattern for decreasing. We're going to do that for 8 rows. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to put a regular double crochet always in the first one. And then we're going to decrease into the pattern. So it's going to be a regular double crochet, and then a back post to finish that decrease. The whole section here. Yes. There we go. And that's our decrease. Now we're going to continue with 2 regular double crochet, like the pattern. Then a back post. And I'm going to continue that till we get to the 3rd to last stitch. I am at my 3rd to last stitch. We're going to start off the decrease by starting a regular decrease and then ending that decrease in the back post to finish it off. Just like that. And then that very last chain is a regular double crochet. There we go. Chain 1, turn our work. We're going to put a regular double crochet into that first one. Place our stitch marker. And then we're going to go right ahead with a decrease, which looks like we're going to start it with a back post and then end that decrease as a regular double crochet. There we go. And now we're going to continue in the pattern. 2 back posts, one regular, 2 back posts, and I'll meet you when we get to the 3rd to last so we can do the decrease again together. Our last 3 stitches, we're going to start our decrease. We're going to start it as a back post and then end it with a regular. Just like that. And then the last one will be a regular double crochet. Chain 1, turn, and I'm going to continue 6 more rows, and I'll meet you back when I'm done with those. Okay, I wanted to do my last box row with you guys. So I chain 1 and turn. We're going to put a regular double crochet into the first stitch. Place our stitch marker. And this is where we're going to start the two last decrease row. So we're in our second chain. We're going to start to decrease. This one's going to be a regular, and then the back post. That is our decrease. And we're going to continue along the pattern. These are 2 regular. A back post. Two regular. A back post. Two regular. And then a back post. And then we have 3 stitches left. So that means we have to do our decrease on these 2 stitches here. And these are just going to be regular decrease because these 2 stitches are regular double crochet. So that would be our decrease, and then just a regular double crochet into that last stitch. All right, and then this is how we look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the shape that we're going to put on the top of our hat. I'm going to go ahead and snip this off, weave in these ends, and then I'll come back so we can attach this to the top of our hat. I went ahead and weaved all my ends in. So this is the wrong side. This is the waffle stitch side. And then we're going to grab our hat, make sure it's inside out, turn your top of your hat inside out, and it doesn't really matter where on the hat you put it. Like, it could be this way, it could be that way. It doesn't really matter. It's all preference. And basically what you're going to do is make sure everything is on the inside out. You're going to get a few stitch markers, place them around the hat, and then simply single crochet all the way around, and you'll be done. The hat will be done. You can add border, like on my first hat, the orange border on the blue one, or you can leave it plain. I'm thinking about adding red, and we'll just see when we get there what I do. But let's do that. I'm going to connect this now and meet you back when we finish that. That I have my stitch markers roughly where I want the hat to sit and stay, the top of it. Now I'm going to single crochet all the way around. To my last few stitches right here. Okay, I'm just going to fasten off and then tie to the second string, and I'll meet you back when I do that. I went ahead and weaved in on my ends. This is the top of the hat, and of course this is on the wrong side, so we're just going to flip it to the right way. And there we have our bucket hat. completed. You can add some border just by like surface stitching around the seams, the edge here, and along the top if you'd like. I think red would look really pretty on this, styled with like some really nice denim and a red lip. The possibilities are endless, and I just think it's really, really cute, the texture, and you can just make so many colors. And I hope this video was really helpful for you guys, and I'm looking forward to see you all make a waffle hat. Let me know if you guys like the tutorial and what I should do next, and if you guys want the tutorial for the matching vest. Till next time, later guys.